My name is Luby Rush. I'm the sole proprietor of Making Course. It's a business through which I explored these kinds of ingredients and how to grow them and use them. A lot of this knowledge formed the basis of then going on to form the Local Wild Food Hub, which has been a way to draw more people into this work and to widen the scope of this work from personal to a network of people, inviting a network of people in to use, to grow, to research. So Local Wild is bringing foods that are absolutely, completely absent from the current large-scale global, but also even the local food system, and working on the ground to revive an interest in them with community, get them planted in local food landscapes, and get them eaten and also sold wherever possible, but initially getting them known, getting them researched, shifting people's attitudes towards them in order to integrate them into more localized networks, networked local economies. I would like to see a whole interconnected range of small-scale local economies that are rooted in cultural foodways, in traditional food systems, but also in the local landscapes. So using foods that are locally adapted and growing them, using them, selling them in localized ways in a networked approach. There have been a range of different kinds of challenges in evolving and surfacing a kind of food ecosystem that is very localized, starting from people not at all knowing what I was talking about and finding this all really rather niche, to then beginning to get quite interested because the understanding of the potential that local foods have and the healing potential of reconnecting people with local foods from where they are is so incredibly strong. Many of the barriers have also been financial, how to actually finance doing things like nutrition analysis. But there's now been a shift where this work is now turned into a magnet, and the current barrier really is to get this hub well enough resourced to be able to strategically drive its own mission strongly forward rather than being quite reactive in trying to cobble things together. My strongest collaboration is with the Sustainability Institute, who offer an institutional framework with a finance department and communications, and they have land on which food can be grown and a Nourish catering division that can prepare these foods and relationships to bring people here to experience these. So they are my strongest grounded partner. Then we partner with a Centre of Excellence in Food Security. They support us in hosting a community of practice, which takes this work out into the world and attracts a wider network of organizations, academics, community on the ground, home cooks, growers, and so forth, to engage with this vision of reviving the use of local indigenous foods and putting them into our local landscapes. Then we also have the Botanic Gardens or Royal Botanic Gardens Kew in the UK, who have been a really strong research partner, both in nutrition, interestingly, even though they're a botanic garden, but also in improving our understanding of localized distribution of edibles and how we can actually start to approach a food system with an understanding in different places of what is natural to those places. My advice to anybody who finds this sounding interesting is if you're a funder, please come and look at it. If you're a researcher and you can see that there's a place for what you're passionate about working on that aligns with what we are doing, please come and chat. Also, organizations or communities that might get to listen to this, if you feel like your sense of identity can become more rooted in the foods that belong where you live, please speak to us, because this is absolutely fundamental to adopting an approach which is from the ground up, with support from financial support, research support from other institutions and organizations.